What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost. I'm coming to you from inside my truck. The Ram. And then I'm here at the shop actually. I'm about to walk in there and go get my Thundercat, pull her out, take her back to the yard. Then I gotta go get another truck, stickered up, decals on, and everything else, so we can get her on the road. I think I'm gonna call her the Green Goblin because her ass is green as shit. Ugly ass green color, Freightliner. But hey, it is what it is. She gonna make some money though. And she's a Penske truck. Go figure, right? So, but anyways, I'm not dropping this video to talk about, my trucks and all that. I'm dropping this video to speak on textbook trucking, real life trucking, and outlaw trucking. Three the hard way. As a boss, growing up, I always ran my life like this. You learn the textbook way, you have your real life situations, and then you got the outlaw shit that goes on in life. Which, you hear some people talk about it, some people don't talk about it. But my biggest thing is when I started, this whole YouTube journey, I told myself I was going to give y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And, it's a lot of textbook ass YouTube truckers on here. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, wants to be a textbook YouTuber, show you by the book. Here's how you do this. Here's how you do that. When your truck breaks down, take it to the dealership, blah, blah, blah. That's cool and all. There's nothing wrong with that. I've just never been the type of person to run by a textbook. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I've had a whole lot of real life experiences in this trucking industry. A whole lot of real life experiences. And, I dibbled and dabbled with the outlaw shit that went on in this industry. The real outlaw shit. Not just somebody unplugging an E-log and driving around like that and then plugging it back up. Nah. My biggest thing about going into this trucking industry, because it's just like, it's real life. I like real life experiences. I like to run. I walk to the beat of my own drum, for one. I don't walk to the beat that everybody else walks. I like to take the path less chosen because I have a better result. I like to learn from experience, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. It's just, even with life, that's just everything. Even with life, you got the textbook way of life, you got the real life way, and you got the street/outlaw way. When it comes to my life, I've done the textbook, I've done the real life, I've done the street outlaw shit. So it is what it is. And that's just why, when it came to doing the outlaw shit and the street shit and trucking, I was so like calm and cool about it because, I'm used to it. I guess just growing up, I grew up like in the hood. Like, I grew up in the hood. I went through hood ass situations. I got shot when I was younger. Like, I went through some shit as a child. And it was just like, it molded me and taught me so much. And, it is what it is. So that carried me through basically life. Like, I've been through a lot of shit. And, I just don't get on the internet and just brag and boast about half the shit that I've been through. But, I done been through a lot. And it just made me into the boss that I am today. And, it is what it is. So, it's weird how, like I say, there's a lot of people in this industry. And I noticed this about even being on Facebook, being in these trucking groups. There's a lot of people that, they just follow the textbook way of trucking, and that's cool. You can make money doing that, but you can also make money through real life experiences and understanding them. Understanding that trucking isn't a textbook type of business. Like, it's a real life experience type of business. Actually getting out here, doing your research, and you got to experience trucking to understand trucking for what it is. Even the outlaw shit will teach you stuff too. For me, like I said before, I've always been the type where I wanted to be well-rounded. I wanted to be just in the mix of just everything, so I know. So as a owner, as a business owner, as a boss, you can't pull no wool over my eyes because I've experienced it all. I've been through it all. that's even with life. Like, just everything that I've experienced with my life, I just know when it comes to the time when I do have kids, it's like I'm that father that I've dealt with the bullshit. You know, I've went to college. I learned that. I dealt with the whole gang banging and doing all that shit, being shot at, being shot. Um, the whole selling weed, selling dope, and everything else. Like, I've experienced that. I've witnessed it firsthand. So, you know, my kids can't pull no shit over my eyes. And it's the same with trucking. It's like I've experienced a lot with trucking because, you know, that's just the type of boss that I want to be. I want to be that type of boss that, you know, you can't pull shit over me. You can't get shit over me. And it's like, only way that I'm truly going to be that type of person is to experience it. Even with my situation with my drivers that got popped with weed. Yeah, I went through the textbook way of making sure that I followed compliance, making sure that everybody was on a drug consortment, make sure everybody drug tested and did this and did that. But at the same time, you got to look at it like this from a street point of view. You can follow the textbook way, but you can also go down to the smoke shop and buy some synthetic piss, go take a piss test, and boom, you'll pass. You might pass, you might not. That's a gamble that you got to take. Hey, my drivers just so happen to pass. What can I do about it, you know? Or they stop smoking for 30 to 60 days to pass the drug test and then start back up. Like I said, I'm not going to sit up there and put cameras in my truck and watch my drivers 24 hours a day. No. What did I learn from that situation? I just got a drug test. My drug test got to be more stringent. From now on, I'm just going to do piss and hair follicle tests. And then random ass tests throughout the time that they're employed like that. So then, you know, they can't pull the wool over my eyes when it comes to trying to fake a piss test. Your ass gonna have to sit up here and take a hair follicle test. Now, if you get past that, your ass need to be, you don't need to be truck driving. You need to be doing some other shit that damn near, yeah, your ass just, you need the MVP. So, but there's ways of passing hair follicle tests. Like I said before, you know, you can follow the textbook way of doing things, but that's still not going to stop somebody that basically understands real life situations from getting past it, you know? A textbook is only going to teach you so much. Only way you're really going to be able to dibble and dabble is if you go through real life experiences like I have. And then you dibble and dabble with the outlaw shit so you truly understand how it works. So you're not the type of person that's like, oh, as a company, as an owner, you get your audit. Oh, I didn't know that he was unplugging the e-log. I didn't even know that that was possible because you've been reading a textbook and a pamphlet on how to do this the right way. And then you got real life ass people out in the world that will do street and outlaw shit that you don't even understand. So that's why I say, just me as a boss, I'm not like everybody else. That's why I say you can follow my channel, you can unsubscribe, you do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, this is my story, whether you hate it or love it. I'm the one that experienced all the real life situations, all the outlaw ass situations. Why? Because it just, like I said, it's gonna mold me into being the better boss and being that boss that I truly need to be. Gotta experience stuff. So that's why I say, like, going forward, when I start these vlogs, y'all will see. If it wasn't for all the experiences that I went through, it wouldn't have molded me to be able to tighten my company up the way that I've tightened it up. And the way that it moves and operates now, this shit is flawless because I'm well groomed with life and situations. So, you know, with that being said, like I said, you know, if you're new to my channel, this is me, this is my story, this is my life. You can hate it or love it, I'm still gonna tell it. And there ain't shit nobody can do about it. Something else I also had to learn, just, you know, just growing as a boss, is I gotta let my attitude and the anger and everything else, I had to learn how to deaden that quick. Because as a boss, I can't afford to be sitting up here entertaining bullshit, and I got a shitload of drivers and employees that basically eat from me. You know, I'm providing a stable income and a stable life for these people to go on and buy houses and provide for their families and just go on and live a prosperous and happy life. You know, as a boss, I can't be sitting up there entertaining bullshit, arguing with people that make less than my drivers. It's like, it ain't even worth it at the end of the day. Because then I go and do some dumb shit, I'm going to end up being lower than my company drivers, lower than them. Everything that I didn't build is basically done and gone because of a dumbass choice and situation that I decided to make. So, you know, even as a boss, like, I can't handle things the way that I used to handle it as a kid. And that's something that my cousin was telling me too. He was like, "Folk, you can't be doing that. You gotta chill out. You gotta relax. You a boss at the end of the day. Like, your net worth is retarded compared to these weird ass people." So it's like, you know, you can't sit up there and let all this bullshit get the best of you and let these damn peasants try to get under your skin because you worth way too much money. And he's like, "You've always been about your bread." And he's like, "You got to remember, you know, growing up, like, you've been through some shit and you can't handle it the same way no more. Like, you can't just pull up on people ready to fight them because people ain't about that life no more. People ain't like that. People will talk a good game and then call the laws on you. People will talk a good game and then just not show up." And he's like, "You got to remember the internet is just full of clowns." And he's like, "I understand why you don't beef because you're not built like that. You the type of person that somebody call you out, you like drop the addy and we gonna slide." And he's like, "You can't do that no more because it's a lot of weird ass people that just clout chasing." And he's like, "That's why you got people making all these videos continuously about you because you know they clout chasing. They really don't want to pull up on you for real." And he's like, "Because they really not about that life. They just gonna get on the internet and woof." And I was like, "You know what? You right." I'm like, "The shit, it really ain't the same." So I'm just like I told myself, I just gotta sit back and chill, relax, and just count my paper, get this bag. So, you know, that's why, like I said, you guys will see, like, my whole attitude, the way I move, all that is just changing because I'm maturing and I'm growing as an owner and as a boss. So, you know, I'm not going to be the same person that I used to be. But don't trip, though. Just know that if some shit do go down, I mean, hey, may the best man win. Just when it comes to fighting and all that, I'm for a fade all day. But it's got to be a real good reason for me to catch a fade with somebody now. And I realize it's like, you know, they going to have to pull up on me. So I don't even trip no more about none of that because, you know, that ain't my get down. But trust me, if I got to take it there, I will. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. So with that being said, I'm about to go in here and grab this truck. Love, peace, prosperity. And I will catch y'all in the next videos. Deuces.